No focus.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father. Ba'ashem is in the name of Yahushai, His only begotten Son. His name means He delivered, He Savior. He's just going to need a deliverer and a Savior in these last days from this onslaught of this devil. Right? Yahweh's name means He exists, or the existing one. Right, those are the powers that are coming in the name of. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Right, so that was just a video of a man of another nation taking a cow urine bath. Right. This is Sirach 33 and 11. In much knowledge in much knowledge the Lord had divided them and made their ways diverse. Right. Or let me read verse 10. And all men from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth. In much knowledge had He divided them and made their ways diverse. Right? And these two verses here are very deep verses, right? For the times that we're in right now, because we know that we're in the time of these devils instituting a new world order. And with that being said, there are viruses or vaccines being made for viruses that are one and generic across the board, right? By that I mean to say that they're using one method of curing the people from a so-called disease, right? And by that method I mean chemicals. It's chemicals. That vaccine is a chemical concoction, a potion. Really go back to witchcraft and sorcery, right? But the Lord said what? In much knowledge had He divided them, which is the men of the earth, right? You have 18 different races on the planet Earth, or nations, right? And their ways diverse. So the way is different, right? The way is diverse. Right, so it means of a different kind, form, character, etc. Unlike a wide range of diverse opinions, right? Of various kinds or forms, multiform, including representatives from more than one social, cultural, or economic group, especially members of ethnic or religious minority groups. So it's clear to see that we are different. This is not a
No focus.
Take the paddle, right? In fact, let me see if I can pull that up and I'll come back to this rock. Right, this is Deuteronomy. I'll get it here. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 14. And Yahweh, thy power walketh in the camp, in the midst of the camp, to deliver thee, and to give up thine enemies before thee. Therefore shall thy camp be holy, that he see no unclean thing in thee, and turn away from thee. Right? So when you go higher up, you read verse 13, Salakia, and thou shalt have a paddle upon thy weapon, and it shall be when thou wilt ease thyself. If you're watching the NLT, it means relieve yourself. It means basically to take a dump, dig a hole with a spade and cover the excrement, right? Make it clear, it's pretty simple. filth, human excrement, feces, right? So it says, for the Lord thy God walketh in the midst of the camp to deliver thee, right? And to give up thine enemies before thee. Therefore shall thy camp be holy, and he shall see no unclean thing in thee, and turn away from thee. Right? When you read it from the NLT, it says the camp must be holy, for the Lord your God moves around your camp to protect you and defeat your enemies. He must not see any shameful thing among you, or he will turn away from you. Kodash is the Hebrew word here. Holy, sacred, holy, saint, set apart. So we are people set apart. Right? We are people set apart. These customs are not our customs. Right? We're not Hamites. We're not Elamites. We're not generically one people, one nation. So coming with a solution for disease in one way could never fit us. It says, Sirach 33:12, some of them had he blessed and exalted, some of them had he sanctified and set near to himself, and as the nation of Israel. But of them that he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. But some of them had he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. It says, as clay is in a potter's hand, to fashion it at his pleasure, so is man in the hand of him that made him, to render him as he liketh best. Right? This is 2 Ezra 6 and verse 54. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou hast made the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing but like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop of that falleth from a vessel. Right? So these people, they are not our people. Their methods and their ways is not our ways and our methods. Brought this out earlier on and bring it back again. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am Yahweh your power. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwell, shall ye not do. After the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgment, and keep mine ordinances to walk. Therein I am Yahweh your power. Jumping down to verse 26. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. That's an Israelite foreigner, right? For all these abominations the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. So let's carry back to this Maxine. Horseshoe crab blood, Luciferase, the genetic code of the devil, the wicked, the ungodly, Ra'ash. DNA from what? Aborted fetuses of a Caucasian male. Right? Is what defiling the land. Is an abomination in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says that the land spew not you out also when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you. So in the times past, when Joshua and Caleb was going through and slewing all these Hamites, reason being because they was doing abominations. Right? Same thing. This is the second death we're working towards. We're hastening toward the second death. We're calling on to Yahweh Shem Yahushai to bring the second death upon the earth, because it's going to cleanse it and bring it back to what? A new start, a reset to what? To the kingdom of righteousness. It says, for whosoever commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among the people. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinances and that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am Yahweh your power. So I'm going to look up that word customs.
Strong's H 2708. Chaka.
So it says what? Statute, ordinance, limit, enactment, something prescribed. The maxine is prescribed. Statute, ordinance, limit, something prescribed. Due. Prescribed task, prescribed portion, action prescribed for oneself's resolve. Ooh. Condition, decree, civil enactment prescribed by God. Right? To cut out, to decree, to inscribe, to set, to engrave, to portray, to govern, to enact. One who decrees, law give up. Something decreed, the law principle to be inscribed. Right? So the Lord said what? Therefore, so let's read the NLT. So obey my instructions and do not defile yourselves by committing any of these detestable practices that were committed by the people who lived in the land before you. I am Yahweh your power. Leave off from sin, trust in the Lord, pray unto him, and repent. Shalom.